Shalom to the elect of Israel. Let's begin this lesson by giving honor and glory to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahawah. Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Let's give double honors to our head apostles, the bishop, the elders from the great millstone that taught us this truth. Salutation, peace to all the brothers out there doing this work in sincerity and in truth. Again, it's your brother Malak coming to you with another World War III update. We thank the Lord for the remnant that he has left behind, and through the remnant all Israel shall be saved. You see, but this particular time around it's only an elect. Again, to the hopeful elect of Israel, I say shalom. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, African Americans, Native Americans, Native Indian, this message is for you. This glorious gospel that we are so blessed to be called to it, because the Lord didn't call everybody. You see, the Lord didn't call everybody. He left some of your family members in the churches. They have no clue what is happening. But you know what is happening. Don't take this message lightly. This calling, don't take it lightly. And we pray that the Lord will give us the strength to endure till the end. You see, we pray the Lord will give us the strength to endure till the end. Continue to stay prayed up, because the time that we are about to enter into is just pure evil and pure darkness. You see, that's what is coming. That's what the Bible says in the book of Matthew 24:21-2. The Lord says, except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. There shall no flesh be saved. And that's where everything is heading to. We have few things, we have few articles. We're going to hit the headline news. But, Lord willing, you all edified. You see, it says here, this dropped today. Iran confirmed large-scale attack in retaliation against Israel. Yes, I know we continue to bring this out, but things are moving. They're sending warning shot out. Russia is what? Russia is telling their citizens not to travel to the Levant, which is aka Middle East, which is the proper name for that region is West Asia. Okay. Middle East is one of those social construct named that Esau just changes everything. The self-proclaimed white man, but that particular region is known as West Asia. All right, let's read this here. It says here, Iran informed the United States through Germany that it is planning a large-scale, pay attention to that, a large-scale attack against Israel in retaliation for the act of war committed when Israel attacked the Iranian embassy compound in Syria. It gets better. Israel confirmed that they will counter-attack inside Iran and go after Iran's nuclear program sites. Are you listening to this? From United States Senate Intelligence Committee member Marco Rubio. Listen to what he posted this morning actually, at 8 a.m. April 11. Listen to this. Iran, Barakata Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawah, 144. It says here, Iran wants to launch a large-scale attack from their own territory against Israel. Israel will respond instantly with an even more severe counterattack inside of Iran. An article that I was going to bring out, but I think I just popped in my mind. Let me go there quickly. There's an article that I saw. I think, what was it? Please bear with me. It just popped in I think it was on this website, Mayadeen, where I think they send the United States Army officer who's in charge of CENTCOM. Where was it? Please bear with me. I saw it earlier. I read it earlier. Oh, come on. Let me see here. Oh, yes. The water Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. No, what happened? Come on, I cannot. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know why it won't allow me to open it. Come on. That's not it. Not responding. Go back. I don't know why it will not allow me to open it. But anyway, I will just leave it there. Let's go back. Let's go back to our tenor. So it says here, it says Israel will respond instantly with an even more severe counterattack inside of Iran. What happens next is the most dangerous Middle East moment since 1973. Second book of Ezra 15:28. Behold, an horrible vision and the appearance thereof from the east. Let me go here and bring out this here. The Spirit says I should bring the G and T. Let's go to Second Ezra. Let's go to 15:28. Let me see. 15:28. Bahasham, Yahawashi. Then in the east you will suddenly see a fearsome sight. Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 28. I'm reading the Good News Translation, the GNT, whatever it's called. It says here, then in the east you will see suddenly a fearsome sight. Arab armies with many chariots. You see that? Arab armies with many chariots. Chariots represent what? That's where they are missiles. Will advance like dragons. As soon as they start out, the sound of their hissing will spread across the world and bring fear and trembling to everyone who hears it. You hear that? Because right now, the entire region is mobilizing against Israel and America. Yesterday, the Iranian foreign minister sent warning to all the Arab nations that are hosting American bases across the Middle East, aka Middle East, is West Asia. Even I find myself using that name, but the proper name for that region is West Asia. It said, then the Khameneans, which are what? The Iranians, the Khameneans, it says, but they are, that's right, that's modern day Iran, will come out of the forest in a fierce rage like wild boars advancing in full strength to attack the dragons. It said, with their Turks, they will tear up a large part of what? America, modern day Assyria. But the dragons will unite their forces to regain the foremost strength and win the victory. Family, this is what is coming upon this earth. Let's continue here. According to U.S. officials, a rotation of combat aircraft with the Israeli Air Force have remained airborne patrols for the last 48 hours along their northern, eastern, and southern borders, with other squadrons in the north of the country in high alert status, able to scramble. Family, prepare your mind for what is about to take place. This is it. There's no going back. America and Israel is going to attack inside Iran. Russia and China are going to get involved. That's the time that we are about to enter into. Let's go here. This is also from our Turner radio show. It says, official warning. Do not travel to Israel. This is coming from what? Let's read on. The Foreign Ministry of Russia has issued a stark warning to its citizens: avoid travel to the Middle East. The Russian Foreign Ministry strongly recommends that Russians refrain from traveling to the Middle East region, especially Israel, Lebanon, and the Palestinian territories, unless absolutely necessary, spokeswoman Maria Zakharova told media outlets. The security situation in Jordan, she said, is stable, and a transfer of hostilities from Gaza Strip seems unlikely. Russia warning its citizens to not travel to the Middle East is yet another indication of how unstable and dangerous the situation between Israel and Iran has become, because Russia is going to join in. Russia is not going to sit back and watch Iran get destroyed. Actually, there's a video. Let me see if I can go there. Actually, no, let's do this. Let's open up another window right there, because let's do this. Let's go to Garland Nixon. Okay, Warrior update. Which one was this? That's not it. Let's see here. Live. Those had the one that let's see here, 2 hours ago. We're gonna pick it up from, I think it was the 7 minutes mark. Let's go here. This is, oh come on, what is happening here? Okay, you know what, we're gonna try something else. Let me just go to my YouTube feed. I don't know why that's not coming up. My internet is working. Okay, here we go. Let's go to, where is Garland Nixon? Yes, he had Scott Rader on today, and then we're gonna pick it up, Lord willing. We're gonna pick it up from
give us everything we need to fight and survive.
Let's go. Let's pick it up from maybe let's start from the 9th minute. Let's pick it up from the 8th minute. We're gonna listen to a few minutes of this, and then we're gonna get back into the new.
The Russians, are dominating the markets in Africa and in the global South, and so the United States can't compete, and so the United States goes to the only tool left in its toolbox, which is military, threats, and they've threatened China one too many times. The stupidity of whatever idiot in the Pentagon said it's a good idea to put 50 special forces on an island 5 kilometers off the shore of the Chinese mainland, to permanently deploy 200, 300 special forces onto, Taiwan, to continue articulating policies that make it look like we're preparing to assist Taiwan to wage a war against China. The stupidity of that has now prompted China to take what was an economic understanding, formal economic understanding with Russia, and turn it into a military understanding, because that's what just happened here. Now, China isn't good. You're not going to see Chinese divisions marching to the Ukraine.
Right.
It's not what it's about. War is all full spectrum. It means that though China is going to double down on making sure that the Russian economy doesn't collapse under the pressure of war. That's the big thing China's going to do, is as the cost of this conflict goes up, as the West, because you keep hearing all the people, well, if NATO was ever to assemble its full economic capability and the United States locked in and did this, they could outcompete. Well, they're starting to talk about doing that. And the Russians, the Russian head of intelligence just recently gave a talk where he said, look, our system's being, shocked. It's a shock test. We're going to pass it, but we are under pressure. Russia's under pressure. Let's not pretend that everything's hunky-dory. Russia's under pressure, a lot of pressure, the kind of pressure that normally makes national economies break. And what China just said is, you're not going to break, Russia. We're here for you. We're here to do whatever it takes to ensure that your economy continues not just to be stable, but grow in these difficult times. We've got your back. And that allows Russia to focus more effort on the military, getting its act together. And they are. The West, remember how they were defeating Russia? Now the West is going, wait a minute, their military is growing. They've got all the equipment in the world. We're in trouble. Yeah, you're in trouble. But the other thing it sends is that if the United States now, and all the war plans that we had going up against China and Taiwan, I can guarantee you, none of those war plans said Russia. They didn't. They just went, China. We're going to play with China. And we lost all the time, anyways. But now, in the war game that we lose all the time, we now have to add Russia, because Russia will be there for China. There's no such thing anymore. The Pentagon has to throw away all of its plans, because from now on, wherever we go against China, South China Sea, we got the Marine Corps out there pretending that it's going to go into island hopping campaigns again. Nope, Russia. However we think we're going to challenge the Chinese, Russia is now part of this equation. Iran. I'm sure we're going to talk about this later on, but we may wake up, tomorrow.
Today.
Well, I'm already awake, but
yeah.
I may be woken up again to find out that Iran has launched a retaliation strike against Israel that creates a cycle of escalation that leads to a general conflict that could put the United States against Iran. That's a threat to international security. Remember, Iran didn't start this fight. Israel did. And now if the United States gets involved, it's not going to be Israel and the United States versus Iran. It's going to be Israel, the United States versus Iran, Russia, and China.
That's beautiful.
Different equation altogether. This is a game-changing event, and you're right to put it on the front burner like this.
And let me read what Lavrov said. So the Chinese said that. Lavrov said both Russia and China aim to strengthen security in, again, Eurasia, while the existing platforms of Euro-Atlantic security, NATO and the OSCE, have exhausted themselves as relevant structures capable of meaningful negotiation based on the balance of interests. So now, even now, they're saying what we like to do is negotiate based on everyone's interest, but they won't do it. So here's the quote. The task of forming Eurasian security is called for. President Putin mentioned this in his address to the Federal Assembly. So he's doing, apparently, as Putin has said, this the forming Eurasian security is necessary. Our Chinese friends and I have agreed to start a dialogue with the involvement of other like-minded countries on this issue. So I suspect, you're talking about the stands, as you call them, the Eurasia. Certainly, we see a lot of satellites going up recently for North Korea. It certainly seems like North Korea is a point of interest. North Korea, of course, has a border with Russia. North Korea has a border with China, has a history, and they understand that the U.S. is looking at Taiwan, but it's also, looking at South Korea, etc. Your thoughts on the discussion about not just Russia and China, but Eurasian security? As you said, that certainly sounds like it could involve Iran. And I recall reading Ibrahim Traore in Central Africa there, the Sahel region, where they're building a coalition of countries. What's very interesting is when Burkina Faso said, hey, we're out of this France crap, and then France and ECOWAS said, well, we might just have to invade you. Niger, Mali, all of these countries came together and said, well, then you're going to have to fight all of us. Algeria then said, we're in, and the Algerian defense minister suddenly showed up in Russia to meet with Shoigu, and I'm thinking, okay, sounds to me like, again, a coalition supported by Russia. It sounds I wouldn't be shocked to see a African contingent of this Eurasian security organization. Anyway, your thoughts about the potential and what we're looking at here as far as other countries involved, Scott?
Well, since you close with Africa, let's start with Africa, then we'll move to Asia. This time 4 years ago, West Africa was a French-American enclave. You had thousands of French troops in Niger, thousands of French troops in Mali, thousands of French troops in Burkina Faso, thousands of French troops in Chad, thousands of French troops in Senegal. These are all French-speaking West African Sahel states. Today, French troops have been evicted from Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso, and they've come together and formed a formal security alliance. Senegal just had an election, not a coup, an election, where they put in a anti-French president who is kicking the French out, and he's looking at Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger saying, I want some of that action. Chad has just said, hey, we're thinking about joining this as well. And as you pointed out, there's Algeria, which may not become a formal member of it, but Algeria made it clear that if ECOWAS and France was to move against this Sahel alliance, that Algeria would provide military support, and they went to Russia to create the conduit for that, meaning Russian equipment would fly into Algeria, flow through Algeria, and be disseminated. Today, Russia owns West Africa. It literally owns it. I mean, they don't own it the American way. They own it because everybody's inviting them to come in. Imagine that, where you don't have to go over there and strong arm people, threaten people, coerce people, bribe people. They just say, hey, Russia, come help us. And Russia's doing it. And you take a look at Mali, where Wagner went on the ground. You read all the Western press. Wagner's out there committing war crimes and atrocities and murder. No, Wagner's winning a war that France refused to fight. And Mali is taking control of the sovereign territory and reestablishing central governmental control over areas that have been rebel held for decades. Niger, the same thing. Burkina Faso, the same thing. Russia is helping them. Senegal.
I'm going to stop it there. It's a beautiful interview, man, today. But anyways, that's Garland Nixon. You can watch the entire episode with Scott Ritter. But let's go back to the what was I looking for? Let's go back to the article. No, which one is this? I think I gave this one. I read this already. That's right, I read this already. Yeah. So now, as things start to heat up in the Levant, West Asia, listen to what Biden came out and said today. Biden promises, this is from Zero Hedge. This is from Zero Hedge. You see, it said Biden promises Israel ironclad support against Iran. Walks back call for unilateral ceasefire. Let's look up the word ironclad. Ironclad, it says here, adjective, covered, protected with iron, impossible to contradict, weaken, or change. And we know that what? The Roman Empire, that beast was described as what? Iron, right? That's right. That is the Roman Empire, the fourth beast in the book of, let me go back there. Let's go here. Daniel 2. Daniel 7, the beast. Images. Yeah, that's Rome. That's the leg. Rome. That's the iron. You got the gold, you got the brass. No, you got the silver, you got the brass. And then you got what? The iron. The feet, which is what? The Roman Empire, right? That's right. And that's it. This is it. We are the toe and the clay. It is over for these devils. And it is over for them. And these are all the kingdom the Lord set up. The Lord set all this kingdom up. And now the Lord is coming to set up what? You go back to Daniel 2:44. Yahawashi's kingdom is next. That's right. The divided Europe, 10 horns, which represent what? European Union. That's it. It is over. It is done. It is done. Tawada Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. That this whole kingdom, this third world war, Iran major war could pop off today or the weekend. Usually started on Friday. We pray that actually Iran will attack Israel. America will get involved. Russia will get involved. They'll push the microchip. We say bring it. We say bring it. We say bring it. Let's go already. Listen to this. Ironclad. It's a Biden promised Israel ironclad support against Iran. Walks back call for what? unilateral ceasefire. President Joe Biden has promised ironclad support for Israel at the moment U.S. intelligence believe that Iranian reprisal for the April 1st Damascus embassy attack are imminent. The only question that remains is whether it will be a direct attack launched from Iranian soil or via proxies like Hezbollah. Now, Iran itself is going to attack, and that's what we are looking forward to. The Lord, the same way the Lord hardens the heart of Pharaoh, the Lord is hardening their heart. Because they attack Iran first, and now Iran is going to attack. They said they're going to attack again. This time they're going directly inside Iran. Because why? The Lord wants this. Because prophecy have to be fulfilled. Keep in mind, Ezekiel 38, that's where we are right now. Russia is going to be a guard unto this nation. Russia, China, North Korea, and the West against the East. This is where we all heading to. And we say, Barakata Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, for giving us the understanding and revealing the mysteries to us. Breaking news, assassination attempt against Syrian President Assad. And there has been an attempted assassination of the President Bashar al-Assad in Damascus, Syria. Armed men attacked President Assad's motorcade near the Meridian Hotel in Damascus just minutes ago. There are currently no further details on the results of the attack. I say things are heating up, man, because Obama have been trying to get rid of this man here for a long time. But guess what? He reached out to Russia, and now Russia is guiding all these nations in the Levant. And Russia has a military pact with Syria. They made it clear that they're not going to sit back and watch America and the West destroy the Levant region. So wait for it. It is coming. Overnight, nuclear alert in Poland from Russia cancel hypersonic missile strike. Ukraine has run out of energy. 17 billion cubic meters of natural gas in an underground reservoir at the depth of 50 meters have been vented. This is Russian missile hit. Let's read on. It says, in the early hours of the morning, Russia, this is coming from Pro News, Russia achieved the biggest strategic blow it has achieved today in Ukraine, destroying with hypersonic Kinzhal missiles cruise missile the country's largest underground natural gas storage facility in Blizh-Volechsko, Uha, in the city of Stry and Lviv, and with it the 17 billion cubic meters of stored gas. The attack was made from 3 different sites. Don't play with Russia, 3 different sites. You hear that? 3 different sites. This is where it was located. But let's read on. It said the destruction of the amount of natural gas combined with the inability to supply a new amount from Russia means that Ukraine has run out of energy. A total of 8 fighters, MiG-31 fighters with Kinzhal missiles, hit the tank, causing a nuclear-like mushroom cloud seen from Poland, 100 kilometers from the Ukrainian border. The tank was at a depth of 50 meters from the surface of the ground, which did not prevent the Kinzhal from cutting through the stony ground like butter and exploding inside the tank. Family, you see what the Lord is doing? America and all the big mouth, always talking about how big they are, how powerful they are. No, the missiles that Russia has, American doesn't even come close. Russia have missiles that no other nation have defense for Russians' missiles. You know why? Because that's how the Lord wants it. That's why the Lord raised the kings of the East, which are the Medes, which is Russia. It's Russia that's going to lead this nation to finally bring down Babylon the Great, America. America's judgment is written everywhere throughout the entire Bible. You see, and we said, Barakata Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. It says here, the largest thermoelectric plant in Ukraine was completely destroyed by the Russian missile attack. Oh, Russia is loose. Before, family, they were fighting with one hand behind their back. But now they are showing both hands now. Oh, things are only good. Things are only going to get worse from here. That's what we want. Family, we want them to maintain the same energy. We want them to maintain the same energy. Power outages are widespread across almost all of Ukraine, even in provinces that were not directly hit by Russian strikes. After the closure of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, the thermal power station in, I can't pronounce that, so I just put Tripilska, became the main power generating station for the Kiev region. But no, Russia is going after everything. Family, I don't want to play the video. I'm just gonna. So this is from Pro News. You can check it out. This is from Pro News. Okay, all right. We just gotta be in the know, family. We gotta bring this thing out. Let you know the time that we are living in. Hey, it says here, the intention of Israel and the U.S. to strike Iran is causing a nervous crisis in the Middle East. How Greece is directly involved. Let's read that. Causing a nervous crisis. No, it says the intention of Israel and the U.S. to strike Iran is not only causing a nervous crisis in the Middle East, but it is something that directly involves Greece, as a Greek Patriot array has been transferred for years to Saudi Arabia, where its mission is to protect its airspace from the Iranians. In fact, since the Iranians have warned the neighboring states that host American air bases, that a U.S. attack from their soil could mean the start of a major regional war. It means that they are direct target along with them and the Greek Patriot array. We say Barakata Yahawah. That is what the war of Armageddon. And we cannot wait. It says, behold, an horrible vision, and the appearance thereof. Oh, I read that already. It just popped in my head. I read that already in the Good News translation. But you know what, though? There's a precept that I want to bring up. But let's hit another article here. That's the one that I couldn't open. Let me see here if I can get rid of this, get rid of that, and try another one. Let me see here. Hidden. Yeah, so family, Friday or tonight, we don't know. We're just gonna keep eye on it. Something come up, you will report it, and give glory to our power, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. We thank the Lord that this kingdom is coming to an end. It said, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. We hopefully can get our precept. I don't know why I can't open this thing here, family. Let me see if I can click on when it come up. Yeah, this one here. This make no sense. Well, family, we're going to end it there. I couldn't open that, but that's okay. Let's go to the book of 2 Ezra 15:1. We've brought this out many times, but listen, we are in the time of prophecy, man. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people. 2 Ezra 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of what? The words of prophecy, who I, the Lord Yahawah, will put in thy mouth, says the Lord. And it says here, and cause them to be written in paper, which is the Bible, for they are faithful and true. The Lord, if he doesn't mean it, he won't say it. He's about to gather all this nation for one thing, to reverence the Lord. Yeah, Scott Rader, that interview that I played, yeah, he's talking about the global south. Everybody's now joining Russia. You know, they want that Russia umbrella, you know. Everybody want to be under Russia, you see. But they don't know that after Babylon, the great falls, America and the West falls, that's Yahawashi's kingdom. There's nowhere in the Bible that says that the BRICS, all this nation, there could be a multipolar world ruling after America falls. No, family. I said it again. Let's go to Daniel 4. Quickly, Daniel 4. What is Daniel? Daniel 2, verse 44. Let's go straight to the point. You see, after all these kingdoms, if the Lord gave them opportunity to rule. You see, And now, once America fall, it is Yahawashi's kingdom. It says here, and in the days of these kings, I show you the image. Let's go back. Let's go back here so you know what we are talking about. You see, let's go back to Daniel 7 again. Okay, I'll just go straight to the images. Okay, this is the image. This is what the Lord did. It's a dream that he gave Nebuchadnezzar, had it, and then Daniel also had the same similar dream. But it tells you all the Lord compared the nations like to a beast. Okay, this is the image that Daniel saw. You see, compare the nation to a beast. The last one is what? The Roman Empire, the feet, which is that's Rome. Rome represents the feet and the toe, right? I say. So all this kingdom that the Lord set up, he said, the Lord ruleth in the kingdom of men, right? Daniel 4:17, right? And then you read the book of Psalm 75. It tells you he's the one that set everybody up. So when Yahawashi comes, he's going to take down all, he's going to get credit for what? Taking down all this king from the head. The first one was what? Nebuchadnezzar. That's what the Syria, Babylonian. And then followed by what? Medes, Persia. Medes came first and Persia came. Persia became stronger than the Medes. And then followed the Medes, Alexander the Great, the goat, the Greek. Yeah, the Grecian took over. And then what? And then from Greek, it became what? The Roman Empire. The Rome fell. But Rome came back through what? Through the Renaissance, starting with the what? The 1400-ish. That's right. Through through Spain, and then from Spain it was the what? It was the French, from the French, and then it was the British. Out of the British came America. The same thing, family. It's the same two-party system they had in Rome. That's why today you have the so-called Democrat and the Republican. The Roman time was what? The Phallabians and the patricians, right? That's the time that we are living in. We have the sure word of prophecy. So here, Daniel 2:44, and in the days of these kings, all these kings that came to rule, and shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. That's Yahawashi's kingdom. He's the rock that comes. He's coming in the midst of Third World War to finally take all these kingdoms down. He's going to get credit for all of them, for taking all these kingdoms down. You see, he says here, and in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to another. You hear? Left to another people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all this kingdom, and it shall stand forever. All this kingdom from the top to the bottom. And Yahawashi is going to set up his kingdom. You see, that's how beautiful it is. And then I quoted it earlier. I must as well bring it in, and we're going to end it there. Let's go to the book of Psalm 75 quickly. And Psalm 75. Psalm 75. And I think I'm going to pick it up from verse 5. It says, lift up. It says, lift not up your horn. Your horn represents what? Your power, right? Right now, what? Esau's horn is lifted up high because he's in the rulership. And speak not with a stiff neck. He says here, for promotion cometh neither from the east. Let's look up the word. Can I highlight this? Can I look up the word promotion? Let's look up promotion. Promotion, activity that supports or provides active encouragement for the furtherance of what? Let me see here. Activity that supports or provide active encouragement for the furtherance of a cause, venture, or aim. The popularization of a product, organization, or venture, so as to increase sales or public awareness. A publicity campaign for a particular product, organization, or venture. It says, for promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But who promotes you? But the power of heaven is the judge. He putteth down one and setteth up another. Nebuchadnezzar came, the Lord put him down. He set up who? The Medes, Persia. The time came, he put them down and set up who? The Greek. The time came, He said he set them up, and then he take them down and brought the Roman Empire. That's right. Revelation 20 tells you, that little season, that's what we are in right now. When they came back into that Renaissance, starting with the 1400, that is the beginning of the little season, and we are in it. And in that middle of that, the little season, Yahawashi is coming to set up his kingdom. And that's the time that we are living in right now. We say, Barakata Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Qadash. You see, that's the time that we are living in. So, yes, the end of Esau's kingdom is fast approaching. And we're praying that this weekend, a major war will pop off in the Levant, West Asia, and we will continue to lift up the name of our power, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahawah. Tell the whole world that it is our power that is bringing the chaos. So you better know his name. But no, actually, you know what, though? The fear, the terror that is bringing upon this earth, everybody is going to know that it is the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahawah. And it's about the same way he showed Pharaoh, who is in charge, the same way he's about to show modern day Pharaoh, which is why Esau, himself proclaimed white man, the one that think, yeah, he's in charge, he's the one controlling everything. That's right. The power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahawah, and his only begotten son, Yahawashi, is about to show themselves to the entire world. And that's right. And what they're going to know him through the fear and the chaos. It says, knowing the terror of the Lord, what do? We persuade men. So, beloved, I will leave it there. All praises, honor, and glory to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash, Shalom.